Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and do just a review for surface area. So we're going to start with example number 1. So that's your title right there. And we'll go ahead and put example number 1. So we're going to start with a box, okay? And if you don't know how to draw a box, this is how you draw a box. You want to draw a rectangle. And then you're going to draw another rectangle that looks like this. And then from there, all you're going to do is you're going to connect what's called the vertices, which are your corners. And you have your backs, okay? So let's go ahead and give it some measurements. And let's say we got 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters. So obviously the base on the bottom is going to be a rectangle, right? It's a 3 by 2. And let's just say that the height is going to be 5 centimeters. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just put the whole formula for total surface area. And then I'll tell you, we're also going to find lateral surface area. So remember that lateral is going to be the front rectangle, the back rectangle, and the 2 sides. It goes around like the label. Lateral sounds like label. Your total is just going to be everything around plus your 2 bases on the top and the bottom. So what we want to do is you want to have a plan of action. So when you go to your math chart, the formula you're going to see for this is called a prism. So the formula that you're going to use is going to be the one for a prism. And the one for lateral is just pH, okay? But like I said, I'm going to put the whole formula, and then we're going to put a little division so you can see what's your lateral and what's your total. So put a line like this, and basically the first part is going to be your lateral. And then after you get lateral, well, then you're going to have your total, right? So we're going to put total over here. All right. So before you do all of that, what I want you to do is get your highlighter. And with the highlighter, we are going to trace the perimeter of the base because P, I'll put that in blue, that's the perimeter around the box. So we did an activity in the class where you guys actually measured the perimeter of a box. It's on the bottom. So because you might have to do the work on paper, after you write this down, what you want to do is you want to at least on your paper draw a rectangle that represents the base. So again, this is the base. So all you're going to do is on your paper, you would draw a rectangle that represents your base. And again, that rectangle is right here. So all I'm doing is I'm doing that because now what you're going to do is you're going to put the numbers, right? So make sure you put the numbers in the right spot. If the number is a 3, 3 is obviously bigger than 2, so you're going to put 3 right here and 2 right here, right? Okay. Now you're just going to go ahead and label the base. So after you did this, it's actually really easy because perimeter, remember, is addition. It's just the distance around the box. So for perimeter, we're just going to put a plus. And we're going to find the perimeter of the base. So that is the letter P. It's on the base, and we're going to add, right? So 3 plus 2 is 5. And then another 5. This is perimeter. You're going to get 10. All right, so then right here, your perimeter is 10, so we're going to put 10 right there. Now you're going to multiply by your height. So your height's going to be 5. So we're going to multiply by 5. All right, so if you just use these 2 values, that's going to give you lateral surface area. So we know that 10 times 5 is 50. So if they're just asking, hey, what's the area of the label? Or what's the surface area, lateral surface area, then that's your answer. And then you would just put centimeters squared. Okay? But let's say that they want total, right? Because they want to wrap this box. What do? Well, we keep going. There is a plus right here, right? And then 2 is just part of the formula. So I'll go ahead and put that in a regular color right there. We're going to multiply that by the area of the base. So what I want you to do is get your other highlighter, switch with somebody in your group. And what I want you to do is to just highlight the area of this. And obviously it's covering the P for perimeter, right? But that's fine. You guys are using highlighter, so you'll be able to see through it. So basically, what's the area of the base? All you're going to do is this. To find the area of a rectangle, you're just going to circle the length and width. You're going to multiply, and that should give you your area of the base, right? So in this case, what's 3 times 2? So 3 times 2 is going to give you 6. So you're just going to put 6 right here. All right, so now all you're gonna do is, or what you could do is, you could put all of this in your calculator, right? 10 times 5 plus 2 times 6, or maybe you already know that this is 50, right? And what's 2 times 6? I mean, that's easy, right? 2 times 6 is 12. So then what's 50 plus 12? You could do it that way if you want. So the answer would be, again, this was for lateral. For total, your answer would be 50 plus 12 is going to be 62 centimeters squared. Again, let's say you did not want to just take 50 plus 2 times 6. Again, you could just put all of that in your calculator. So you could have just done 10 times 5 plus 2 times 6, and you get 62. And that's basically it. That's all it is for a rectangular prism. So the next one we're going to look at is going to be a triangular prism, which can get a little bit tricky, but let's go ahead and work on that. So let me go ahead and erase. All right, so example 2. So in order to draw a triangular prism, we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. You're going to draw a right triangle. Right triangle will have the little right angle right there. That tells me that the base, let's say that the base is 3 inches. And let's say that the height of the triangle is 4 inches. And we know that 3 squared plus 4 squared will equal the hypotenuse, right? Remember the hypotenuse. So if you do 3 squared plus 4 squared, and you take the square root of that, this should give you 5. So let's say that this is 5 inches right here. So how do we draw the prism? So what we're going to do is we're going to draw this exact same prism, or triangle, I'm sorry. We're going to draw it over here. Do your best to make it look exactly the same, which if it doesn't work out, that's fine. All right, so the next thing, we're going to connect the vertices. All right, and then the height of the prism is how long it is. So we're going to say that it is 10 inches. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to go ahead and set up like we did in the other one. We're going to go ahead and do your PH plus 2B, because this is a prism. It's a triangular prism. So again, I guess put that little note, that'd be good. It is a prism. And then you're just going to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and focus on the base, which is a different color. This is your base right here. These are your 2 bases. What I want you to do is, again, this is all electronic. So on your paper, what you want to do is draw the base. So let's go ahead and draw the base. There it is. Then what you want to do is you only want to put the base and the height of the triangle. Actually, no, we need to find perimeter, right? So we need that third side, I'm sorry. So 5, we're gonna put right there. Okay, so we're gonna find perimeter. Let's start, let me put it in blue. Remember, to find perimeter, you're just gonna add up the 3 sides. So and we're gonna add up. So I'm gonna put a plus right there. So what's 4 plus 5 plus 3? 4 plus 5 is 9, 10, 11, 12. So My perimeter is going to be 12. We're going to put that right here. Now the height of the prism is how long the prism is. So we're going to say that the prism is this long. That's going to be the height of the prism. So we're just going to put that right there. Now you can multiply these. If they're asking just for the label or the lateral surface area, you can just multiply that and you're done. So you would get 120. And this is inches squared. All right, so let's say they're asking for total. What do you do? So they're asking for total. We already have 2 as part of the formula there. So this 2, we're just gonna bring that little guy down here. Don't forget that there's a plus because that's plus. We're gonna multiply by area of the base. So that's where a lot of students have the hard time. It's not that hard. You just need to memorize that a triangle. Here's my triangle. If you want to find the base, you're gonna take the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle, and then you're gonna cut it in half. This is the formula. So guys, what is 4 times 3? 4 times 3 is 12. What's half of 12? It is 6. But let's say you want to do it on the calculator, right? 1/2 base times height is going to look like this. So you're going to put the fraction 1/2 times the base, which your base was what number? Because I forgot. The base is 3. Times the height, which is 4. And there it is. So you're going to get 6. So again, it's basically saying 3 times 4, it's 12. And then what's half of that? It's going to be 6. All right, so let's put 6 right here. So guys, what is 120 plus 2 times 6 is 12? What's 120 plus 12? So 120 plus 12 is going to be 132 inches squared. So you just found the total surface area of this triangular prism. And that's it for this review. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.